Another Child Protection Week has been marked, but many families, especially on the Cape Flats, continue to live in fear. The vulnerability of children was thrust into the spotlight following the rape and murder of Courtney Pieters, the 3-year-old, one of several killed in Western Cape since January.
Little ones, often described as priceless gifts, needing physical, emotional and psychological protection. But society is failing them. By the end of May, 19 children had been killed in the province since the beginning of the year. Most of the suspects are either family members or known to them. 14-month-old Courtney Pieters was allegedly killed by her father.
I'm still confused. I don't believe that my child is late, and I don't believe that it's the daddy that did this bad thing to her. I'm still caught in the middle. It's because I was with him the time the baby was at his house. He treated the baby very well. Even when I was not around, I knew that my baby was safe.
Courtney Pieters' remains were found in a shallow grave near her family home. She had been missing for a week. The alleged perpetrator, a friend of her father, who also lived at her home. The 3-year-old's death prompted a presidential visit.
It is shocking. People can do things that are beyond understanding. That a man who stays here could rape the child, kill the child in the bedroom, as the father was describing, break every bone in order to make the child fit in a plastic so that he goes out with the child to go and throw the child.
Communities say they don't need more police officers, but rather social workers and drug rehabilitation centers.
We've been crying for a very long time. We've been suffering for a very long time. But our cry was never heard. It was the cry of Courtney Pieters in that dark room where that terrible man was doing terrible things to her that brought you here, Mr. President.
Most of these areas are poverty-stricken. Unemployment, drugs and gangsterism rife. Early childhood development mostly absent in these communities.
Sports, dancing, poetry, that is the vehicle to be able to move that forward. So we will invest in the now children so that one day we don't have to spend money on gunmen, and we don't have to spend money on policing and deploying police. We have young men that's able to fit into a cultured society.
Experts say the moral fiber of society needs to be restored.
You have a man who violates their children, his child. But that is founded on the system that says fathers, that men are entitled to women and children's bodies, literally, not in the sense of rape or killing them, but in the sense that I literally own you. I own your body. You are my child. So from the little things about not allowing children to question, sit down and be quiet. You can't backchat your father. These are part of patriarchy, that men are in charge.
Courtney Pieters, Courtney Pieters, Iyapha Yamile, and many others paid the highest price. Their graves bearing testimony to a failed society. Nomawethu Solwandle, SABC News, Cape Town.